If I could go back in time, with what I know today, I'd make one radical choice. I wouldn't get married, and here's why. Because living solo isn't a setback. It's the biggest advantage a man can have. In this video, I'll give you a 5-step blueprint to unlock more money, better health, and true freedom without ever tying yourself down. Stay with me, because step 3 will completely change how you see your future. Society often pushes a simple story. You meet someone, you fall in love, you commit all the way, and only then are you considered complete. But reality is more complex. Commitment is not just all or nothing. It exists on a spectrum from 0 to 10. 0 is no connection at all. 10 is a full legal marriage with every tie attached. In between, from 2 to 8, there are countless ways to build meaningful relationships without surrendering your freedom, your autonomy, or your future. Think about it like buying a car. The moment you drive it off the lot, it instantly loses value. That's what happens when you sign legal papers. Half of your assets, half of your options can disappear overnight. But when you remain in that sweet spot between 2 and 8, you can enjoy connection, companionship, and growth, while still keeping the keys to your own destiny. The blueprint for the single man is not to isolate completely, but to recognize that the world is full of options. When you avoid going all in at level 10, you protect your freedom to design life on your terms. And that freedom, it's priceless. Now let's talk about something even more valuable than money time. Time is the single resource you can never get back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose possessions and replace them, but every second wasted is gone forever. This is where many men make the biggest mistake. They trade decades of their lives for obligations that don't serve their authentic goals. Life 2.0 starts with reclaiming time. When you are single, your calendar is yours. Your mornings, your evenings, your weekends, your projects, all under your control. You decide whether to spend your time building a business, training your body, traveling to new places, or simply reading in silence. There's power in that choice. The secret is staying present, not replaying regrets from the past, not fearing an imagined future, but fully focusing on the now. Because in the present moment, you are safe, you are capable, and you are free to act. This is how you eliminate anxiety. This is how you defeat depression, by anchoring yourself in the only space that truly exists, the now. And when you combine presence with gratitude, thankfulness, even when life feels heavy, you create a foundation that no setback can shake. So step 2 of the blueprint is simple but powerful. Treat your time as currency. Spend it with intention and protect it like treasure. Because in life 2.0, time isn't just something you have, it's who you become. Here's a truth most men never realize until it's too late. Your mind is like a computer. Whatever data you feed it, that's the output you'll get. If you constantly feed it toxic shows, mindless scrolling, negative people, and endless noise, you shouldn't be surprised when your thoughts turn toxic too, because repeated thoughts become beliefs. And those beliefs, whether they're empowering or destructive, shape your entire experience of life. Think of it like planting seeds. Every podcast you listen to, every book you read, every conversation you allow into your space, those are seeds being dropped into the soil of your mind. If the seeds are weeds, you'll get a garden of chaos. But if the seeds are strong, positive, disciplined, you'll grow a forest of strength and opportunity. Guarding your inputs is not about hiding from the world. It's about curating what gets inside your head. Choose mentors who lift you up, not anchors who drag you down. Choose information that builds competence, not gossip that drains your energy. And when the world feels heavy, practice gratitude. Gratitude is the reset button for your brain. It's the act of saying, even here, even now, I have something to be thankful for. When you're grateful, you shift from victimhood to ownership, from scarcity to abundance, from weakness to strength. So step 3 of the blueprint is this: guard your inputs. Because what goes into your mind will determine what comes out of your life. Now let's move to the core of building yourself as a single man. I call it the 5C framework. These are 5 pillars that transform your life from average to extraordinary: competence, character, courage, compassion, and confidence. Let's break them down. 1. Competence. Competence is skill. It's your ability to create, solve, build, and deliver value. Without competence, you're like a tool with no edge. Blunt, forgettable, replaceable. But with competence, you become the blade people rely on. You become sharp, effective, irreplaceable. Ask yourself, what skill do I have that helps others achieve their goals? Because when you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything you want. Competence is the engine of freedom. 2. Character. Character is who you are when no one is watching. It's honesty when lying would be easier. It's loyalty when walking away would cost less. It's integrity when cutting corners would save time. Character is the foundation. If you build wealth without character, it will crumble. If you build influence without character, it will collapse. Operate from high character as if you lived in a glass house. Because when you bring integrity to the table, you'll attract people who do the same. 3. Courage. Courage is not about skydiving or fistfights. It's about facing your inner demons. Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's the weight of past mistakes. Maybe it's the addiction to comfort. Courage means looking those demons in the eye and saying, "You don't control me anymore." Here's the paradox. The moment you embrace the fear loses its power. The shadow looks massive on the wall, but when you turn on the light, you see it's smaller than you thought. 4. Compassion. Compassion is strength wrapped in understanding. Every person you meet is fighting a battle you cannot see. Even the people who annoy you, oppose you, or act against you. When you choose compassion over judgment, you free yourself from bitterness. It doesn't mean excusing bad behavior. It means refusing to poison yourself with hate. Compassion keeps your spirit clean. 5. Confidence. Confidence is faith in your own path. It's the belief that, even if I stumble, I will still reach my destination. Without confidence, you'll settle for less than you deserve. You'll accept poor treatment, bad opportunities, and toxic relationships. But with confidence, you walk differently. You speak differently. You choose differently. And the world notices. Together, these 5 C's form the armor of the single man. Competence gives you skill. Character gives you trust. Courage gives you resilience. Compassion gives you peace. Confidence gives you power. And when you combine all 5, you become unstoppable. The final step in the blueprint is the one that ties everything together. Autonomy. Autonomy means you are the architect of your own life. You make the calls. You steer the ship. You decide which mountain to climb and how fast to climb it. When you are single, you don't ask for permission to dream. You don't negotiate every choice. You don't shrink your ambitions to fit into someone else's box. You own both the risks and the rewards. And yes, there will be failures, but those failures are yours. And because they're yours, you can learn from them, grow stronger from them, and rise again without apology. Autonomy is a two-edged sword. On one side, it means no one is holding you back. On the other side, it means no one is coming to save you. But that's what makes it powerful. When you realize that your successes and your failures are both your responsibility. You stop waiting for luck. You stop waiting for someone else to hand you a future. You build it yourself. Because when you are autonomous, you design your lifestyle, your friendships, your work, your recreation, your future. You don't just live life. You create it. Let's pull this all together. This is the single man's blueprint. Step 1. Understand the commitment spectrum. Don't jump to level 10. Stay in the sweet spot where freedom and connection can coexist. Step 2. Value time as your ultimate resource. Spend it with intention. Protect it like treasure. Step 3. Guard your inputs. Because toxic inputs create toxic beliefs, and healthy inputs create a strong mind. Step 4. Build the 5C framework: competence, character, courage, compassion, and confidence. These are your armor and your advantage. Step 5. Embrace autonomy. Own your failures, own your victories, and design the life only you can create. That is the blueprint. That is life 2.0. Here's the truth. Solo life is not about isolation. It's about liberation. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, your vision, and building a future that feels authentic to you. Yes, it's harder. Yes, it's scarier. But it's also richer, freer, and more rewarding than living a life built on compromise. So wherever you are on your journey, remember this: stay present, stay grateful, and never forget the blueprint that makes you unstoppable. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with another man who needs to hear it today. And as always, stay healthy, and if you can, stay single.